Throughout the last several weeks, we've talked to you all about Central and Alvarado and the issues that we've been seeing on the Central Corridor and the concerns with both the violent crime, the drug use, and gun activity, and other criminal activity that is happening. Specifically on today's date, our police department was assisting code enforcement at the Tiwa Lodge behind us. This was in reference to several complaints and concerns that we've heard from community members and business owners and our own investigations throughout the last several years in reference to drug use and, again, other criminal activity. Around 11 o'clock, we went out after a 24-hour notice of inspection was given to the residents of the location. We should note that some people who live here are here and they pay their rent, and there are some people who live here who should not be here. As we were conducting our investigation with code enforcement, officers detained several individuals. One of them was concealing his identity. Again, he was detained, and when officers were working on confirming his identity, a disturbance occurred and shots were fired by at least one officer. A firearm was recovered on scene. That is the information that I have available to you at this time.
We ask questions.
Code enforcement's very well aware of all the issues that are here. We take these very seriously. We were called out last week by the property owner asking for help to come in and see if we could address some of the issues with him. This is a tragic situation, but it's just further proof that the owner was right to say that he needed intervention to help him with people that have basically overrun his property, where it's a very tragic situation here, and we realize the gravity of it, but we're here to help property owners try to overcome these sort of issues.
When you say detained, you mean they were in handcuffs or just police were talking with them?
Detained and in handcuffs.
Okay. The person who was killed was in handcuffs also?
Yes.
And it was a man?
A male, yes.
Adult?
Adult male. And when we confirm his identity, we will give that to you.
Okay, and then obviously there was a group detained before the disturbance. Can you elaborate on why they were detained, what they were doing?
We had several officers out here, again, who were assisting code enforcement. We were aware that they did have warrants for their arrest.
Did he grab a weapon?
That's under investigation.
Were shots fired aside from police?
That's under investigation.
Any other questions? I have one more question. So when you do these operations, you know, obviously with the auto theft like operations, there were some shootings that happened then with these proactive kind of situations. Is there ways you guys are kind of preparing for the possibility of this as you do these proactive operations, or anything to say about that, like, you know, going forward as APD continues to do these proactive, like going after like the problem kind of?
Absolutely. We're obviously always concerned about the violent crime in the city. We're aware that there are individuals who walk around with firearms illegally and will hurt individuals. We're aware of the illegal drug use, and we talk about that. So we have undercover officers who work in the area as well as our uniformed officers. We met with code enforcement and other departments within the city prior to today to make sure that we all had the same information sharing and that we were on the same page as far as how we were going to address this issue today.
And you said the Tiwa property manager reached out for help, right?
The property owner reached out to us, yes.
Does that give you like an idea that this person felt that they were kind of almost being controlled, or couldn't really like take control of the situation happening at their own property? Like it was kind of like an overrun almost type situation?
Very clearly he was not able to take care of his property anymore due to the criminal activity taking place here. We did team up also with the Fire Marshal's office for safety inspections that were planned for today, with the Albuquerque Community Safety Department to make sure that anybody who needed assistance could properly get that assistance. And then, of course, with APD, because we know that some of these situations can be dangerous.
It's a little windy. Can you guys say your titles and names again?
Yes. My name is Cecily Barker. I'm the Deputy Chief of Field Services and the Acting Chief this week.
And Ellen Varela, Director of the City Planning Department.
Okay. Thank you, guys. And just a reminder that the officers will be interviewed at a later date, so we don't have their perspective just yet.